Hi, today I'm reviewing the Peter Thomas Roth Vital E Microbiome Age Defense Cream. And really quick, I just want to say I purchase all these products with my own money. I will never waste your time with sponsored ads or videos. So if you want to help support the channel, check out nobsbeauty.com. You can also check out my Patreon page as well, or click on the Amazon link below. So Peter Thomas Roth brand just released this age defense cream as well as a matching eye cream. I've got so many eye creams to go through, so I picked up the age defense cream and tried it in my eye area and kind of everywhere else. So the brand calls this an anti-pollution, anti-blue light, and anti-aging moisturizer that helps visibly repair the skin barrier to help support your skin's natural microbiome. So let's get to the basics on this one. So my first criteria is packaging, and they package it in a traditional jar package, which I kind of get because the product is super thick in texture. It's almost like kind of waxy until it melts. So I kind of not quite sure how else they could have packaged it, although some of the ingredients in this are certainly prone to degrading when exposed to light and air. So something to be aware of, although I'm just not sure how else they could have gone with this one. Maybe a squeeze tube would have worked. So, but anyway, so not my favorite type of packaging, but for this one, might be probably one of the only ways to do it. My second criteria is alcohol, and this does not contain denatured or drying types of alcohol, so that's always a good thing. And then in terms of fragrance, there's no real fragrant ingredients. It does have a bit of a light scent to it. It's almost like a light floral herbal scent almost. I had a few thoughts on perhaps it came from the ginger root extract, which ginger root extract for skin is good. Ginger root oil can be sensitizing, but the extract is good and beneficial and a good antioxidant. And then my other thought was perhaps it was from the Silybum Marianum seed, which can also give things a herbal scent. So there's no fragrance ingredients, but it does have a bit of a scent, and it does dissipate pretty quickly, and it's pretty light. So for most people, probably not going to be an issue. I have a very sensitive nose, and a lot of things can be migraines, actually. A lot of scents can, and this one was pretty okay for me. So just weigh that in there. So although it's always worthwhile if you have sensitive or have a sensitive nose, getting a sample, maybe trying on your arm or, I don't know, something might be worthwhile. Although I'm not crazy about getting samples from jar products, especially from like Sephora, because whenever you're in there, you see people dig their hands in there and things. So jar things I will never ask for a sample from. But it might be worth it just to try it on your hand and see if you can tolerate the scent. So anyway, so on to my fourth criteria, which is the manufacturing location. And this one is made in the U.S., so no issues with that. Ease of use. So they recommend using this in the morning and evening on cleansed skin, and layers pretty well. So you want to take it into your hands and melt it because it's a pretty thick texture. And you can melt it in your fingertips or just melt it onto your skin. But it does melt pretty nicely and then applies nicely and layers well, soaks in pretty quickly. And personally, I've preferred using this in my daytime routine because of some of the claims with helping with pollution and things like that. But it layers well. Products layer well over it. I haven't had any issues with pilling, which I thought for sure would be a big problem with something with this texture to it. But I didn't have any issues at all with that, so that's always nice. And you can certainly layer if you use like a light serum. You can use that before. As long as it's fully absorbed, then apply this. But overall, in terms of ease of use, I mean, it takes a little bit more fussing than the average cream just because you have to spend the time to melt it. But once you do that, it applies pretty easily. Kind of sets to a nice matte finish, which is also works well under makeup. So if this is your last product, you apply foundation over it. I haven't any issues at all with that. So, hi Lincoln! Lincoln, come here. I want to see what Lincoln thinks of the scent. Lincoln, come here! Lincoln! Lincoln, come here! Lincoln, here! Lincoln, come here! Come here. Lincoln, come here! Lincoln, you gotta tell me what you think of this scent. He didn't think much of it, so maybe it's not that scented. He really likes scented things, especially with vanilla, mint, things like that, but he didn't instantly hone in on it, so it must be a light enough scent. Right, Lincoln? Okay. Lincoln gives it his paws up. So anyway, so very easy to use. I did do the pH test a minute before I started recording this, and for me the pH was right about 6. Your skin's natural pH level is right around 5.5, so there's no issues with this at all. 6, it's pretty close to right about a 6, so I don't have any issues with that. Okay, so on to the antioxidants and beneficial ingredients of this. So in their packaging and on their website about it, they talk about Gamma E antioxidant technology, which sounds exciting. It sounds like something new. It sounds like, wow, technology, they've invented something with this. But the Gamma E antioxidant technology really just refers to the inclusion of vitamin E. And vitamin E can have 4 different forms. Actually, vitamin E refers to 8 different organic fat-soluble chemical components, 4 of which are tocopherols and 4 of which are the less prevalent tocotrienols, which you don't see a lot, but you always see tocopherol in products. So vitamin E is found naturally in the body, helping to fight free radicals and reduce inflammation. Our skin processes it naturally through our sebum, or natural protective oils. As an antioxidant, vitamin E also helps reduce inflammation. It can be found in plants, including soy and cotton. And then let me talk about the 4 types. So we've got alpha vitamin E, and thanks to its easy absorption, permeating both the epidermis and the dermis, alpha tocopherol is the most popular form of vitamin E in skincare products. Soothing and moisturizing, alpha tocopherol helps protect against harmful effects of UV rays while fighting free radicals. Some studies also show that it blocks the enzymes that break down elastin. Elastin is what keeps your skin free from fine lines and gives it a plump look and helps it kind of bounce back. So it shows that it blocks the enzymes that break down elastin. It's a powerful protein that contributes to our skin's youthfulness, elasticity. Alpha tocopherol is often used in sunscreens and after sun products, eye creams, moisturizing hair products, and anti-aging products. Okay. Then we've got beta. So beta tocopherol also has antioxidant properties, protecting healthy skin cells from harmful free radicals and preventing cell degradation, thereby allowing for a more radiant, healthy complexion. Beta tocopherol may also help increase the antioxidant power of alpha tocopherol, as studies show that mixed tocopherols, when taken orally, are more effective than just like alpha tocopherol in combating free radicals. So then we've got delta. So like alpha and beta tocopherol, delta tocopherol also helps skin retain moisture and firmness while preventing the signs of aging. The only bioavailable form of vitamin E, which means it enters into the bloodstream when introduced in the body, ingested delta tocopherol, has been found to prevent cancer formation and growth. This form of vitamin E can also be found in various foods, including nuts and soybean oil. And then we're on to the gamma, which is the form that's in this product. So gamma accounts for about 70% of all vitamin E intake in our diet. Gamma tocopherol helps reduce inflammation, guards against certain cancers, and even protects against radiation exposure. In fact, researchers have only recently begun to understand the many unique benefits of gamma tocopherol. And like all other tocopherols, gamma tocopherol also helps moisturize the skin while defending against wrinkle-forming free radicals. So there's different forms. This form uses the gamma, which can help with skin. Basically, all of them are good for skin, and all of them have unique benefits, many which overlap as well. So we've got that in this product. Then we've also got the Undaria pinifeta extract, which is a good skin-protecting algae, which is probably why I can't pronounce it. Then we've got Eclipta prostrata extract, which is also known as false daisy, which is a skin-calming ingredient. Then we've got China berry leaf extract, which is also known as neem extract, which is a good antioxidant. Neem extract can be good. Neem oil can be skin sensitizing. Then we've got the Moringa oleifera seed oil, which is a good antioxidant. Mannitol, which is sugar manufactured in labs, which also helps hydrate the skin. Then we've got peptides, ceramides, and then a form of seed butter in here. So they've got a lot of good beneficial ingredients, antioxidants in here, which are also why the jar packaging is not the best packaging for antioxidants. Every time you open it up, they slowly get less and less effective. So when you open up, keep it open up as slowly as you can. So on to my 7th criteria, which is Amal Testing. And unfortunately, the Peter Thomas Roth brand is sold in mainland China, which means they're not cruelty-free. Performance. So I find this to be nicely hydrating without ever feeling greasy or oily. Works well under makeup. As you can see, my hand is nicely hydrated, but it's not greasy or oily or any of those things. So for that reason, I have dry skin. It works well for me, but I could also see how this could work well for those with oilier skin as well, because it sets to a nice matte finish. Does contain quite a few silicone ingredients, which are all pretty much up front of the ingredient list. There's 5 total, so that's something to keep in mind if you're not a big fan of silicones in your product or you break out from them, something to keep in mind. Then in terms of acneogenic ingredients, we've got butylene glycol. Hi! Do you want to smell this for everybody? Oh, he's licking it. Don't know what that means. Perhaps it'll be on his next top 10 list. So it does contain a few. And then for fungal acne, we've got the Moringa oleifera seed oil. So not a whole ton unless silicones are a huge issue. But other than the silicones, there's not a lot to be concerned about. Then we get to the 9th criteria, which is the price. And this is another bummer of this one, is that this is the full size, which is 1.7 ounces. And it retails for $75, but I don't know. If you check out Peter Thomas Roth's website, they frequently have sales and discounts, so that might be worth investigating before you pick it up, because it's quite a chunk of change. Although a very small amount does go a very long way. So that's something else to consider. And then in terms of the it factor, really like it. Interesting texture, which feels nice on the skin. Kind of unique, silky texture. Soaks into nice matte finish. Decent for acne-prone skin that doesn't react to silicones. And works well under makeup and will certainly help your skin's biome. And certainly help protect your skin from pollution and blue light and things like that. So overall, I gave this a 7 out of 10 on the Ceriscore scale, which is pretty good. There's a few issues with it. Obviously, the animal cruelty issue, the price, and the packaging are the biggest 3. But other than those 3 set aside, it's a pretty good, unique product. So anyway, I'm interested in hearing from you guys if you have had a chance to check this out. And what your thoughts are if you've tried it or not. So definitely leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. Stay tuned for more tomorrow. And thank you guys so much.